Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the glowing box that raised generations, television. More than just entertainment, TV has always been a mirror reflecting America's dreams, anxieties, and ever-changing identity. And at the heart of it all, the sitcom. Let's start at the beginning. The foundation of American television comedy was built on 3 cameras and a live studio audience. I'm talking about the multi-camera sitcom, perfected by trailblazers like I Love Lucy in the 1950s. This format was genius. It captured the electric energy of a live play, allowing for real-time comedic timing with the audience's laughter becoming part of the performance itself. It was efficient to produce and created a theatrical feel that dominated the airwaves for decades. From The Honeymooners all the way to Friends and The Big Bang Theory, this was the format that made sitcoms, as Britannica puts it, the staple genre of American television. But before Lucy, TV was a wild live frontier, borrowing heavily from radio and stage plays. The problem? Live shows were a one-and-done deal. To create a lasting product that could be rerun and syndicated nationwide, television had to evolve. The shift to pre-filmed shows was a game-changer. It allowed for better quality, the ability to edit and perfect a scene, and freed productions from the high-wire act of a live broadcast. This transition is what allowed sitcoms to grow from simple, stage-like skits into the more refined, cinematic stories we came to love. Now you can't talk about classic TV without humming a few tunes. A sitcom's theme song was its musical handshake, its calling card. Think about it. The twangy bluegrass of the Beverly Hillbillies immediately told you were in for some fish-out-of-water fun. The warm, inviting melody of Cheers promised a place where everybody knows your name. These songs weren't just jingles. They established the show's tone, defined its personality, and cemented its brand identity in our cultural memory for generations. They were a vital part of the experience. Just as the theme songs evolved, so did the families at the center of these shows. TV families have always been a reflection of the American ideal and sometimes a challenge to it. We started with the picture-perfect nuclear families of the 1950s, like in Leave It to Beaver. Then the 60s got a little weird and wonderful with magical and blended families in Bewitched and the Brady Bunch. The 70s brought us the groundbreaking, socially conscious households of All in the Family. The 80s gave us aspirational families like the Huxtables. The 90s were all about quirky and chosen families, from Full House to Friends. And in the 2000s and beyond, we see the beautiful diversity of non-traditional families in shows like Modern Family and Blackish. As Wikipedia points out, sitcoms are like time capsules, perfectly preserving the shifts in our society's views on gender, race, and family. The humor itself has changed too. Classic sitcoms were built on a foundation of slapstick, physical comedy, and clear moral lessons, all powered by that live audience energy. Modern sitcoms, on the other hand, often embrace a different style. Think of the single-camera realism and dry, ironic wit of The Office, or the documentary-style confessionals in Parks and Recreation. They often feature more complex, serialized character arcs that unfold over an entire season. Both styles are fantastic, but they speak to different cultural tastes. Of course, TV wasn't always a free-for-all. For decades, strict censorship and content standards shaped everything you saw. These rules dictated the language characters could use, how marriage and intimacy were portrayed, and what could be said about politics or social issues. It was shows like All in the Family and The Jeffersons that really began to push those boundaries, paving the way for television to become a powerful platform for social commentary and conversation. And finally, it's worth remembering that before sitcoms ruled the world, the most prestigious format on television was the anthology series. Shows like Playhouse 90 offered a brand new story, with new characters and high artistic ambition every single week. It was a format that bridged the gap between old-time radio dramas and the television we know today. And its legacy lives on in modern series like The Twilight Zone, Black Mirror, and American Horror Story. From the multicam stage to the single-cam documentary, the TV sitcom has been our companion, our teacher, and our cultural touchstone. It is a fascinating journey that tells us as much about ourselves as it does about the shows we love. What's your all-time favorite sitcom? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into pop culture history. See you next time.